This is the J-Man from Metal Sharks, and today you may have noticed I'm wearing this Western or cowboy style shirt, long sleeve shirt. And this was once owned by my grandfather. He served in the U.S. Navy in the Panama Canal Zone during World War II, so we're really grateful for his service. But I wanted to wear a Western cowboy style shirt today because this video is all about cap guns and celebrating cap guns. So in a little bit I'll show you a cap gun that I found metal detecting, and efforts to clean up that gun and get it to fire again, even if I have to jury rig it. One way or another, I'm going to get that thing to fire. Hey everyone, so I have a box here, a package that came in the mail, and this is from Facebook Marketplace, a bid that I made on some rolled caps, and I think I got a pretty good deal on it. I'm excited about that. And let's get this bad boy open. Okay, we got this box sliced open. Now we're going to pull out the contents. Okay, so here's what we got, folks. Roll caps, 2,500 shots, 250 shots per roll, times 10 rolls. Let's check that out. And none other than Tootsietoys. All right, 1, 2, 3 packages that were open, 4, and 5. And there's one that she threw in as a bonus, so I'm very pleased about that. I don't have to open my 5 other packages just yet. Hey everyone, so as you can see, I've got this bad boy out, the Dick Tracy cap gun, believed to be from the 50s or the 60s that I won in an eBay auction recently. So I'm gonna get some caps out and load a cap gun for the first time since I was a child and fire it off. So let's show you that. Show you this a little bit closer. Okay. Getting the little caps out. There they are, just like I remember them. Some different rolls. Wow, that's quite a bit. I get a roll all set up for this gun. Hey everyone. So I was just looking at this cap gun, and I never had one like this, exactly like this as a child, so I wasn't sure how it worked, but now I think I figured it out. At first I was thinking I would have to get this fed up through here, through this slot, and then have the trigger pulled so it could get up that way and be fed through there. But then as I studied it, I see there's a piece here that catches, that kind of pinches the cap and pushes it up as you depress the trigger. See how that goes? And it pushes the cap up. So it makes it, I think it's gonna make it really easy to load this bad boy. Gotta get the caps relatively tight. And then all you have to do is put a tight roll of caps on this little piece here, and then it's gonna feed itself up through there. Okay, so now as you can see, I've got it up just about right. A couple of caps are above that little push piece there, that triangular piece. So now I can close this case. So I'm gonna get ready to fire this. Should feed up in a minute. There it goes. 1. Dud. 2. 3. Guess that was a dud. So that's a good test of it. You can see it's working good and it's smoking. Pretty neat toy. Pretty realistic. Hey everyone, J-Man is back with you from Metal Sharks, and we're looking at the LH Detective cap gun, or Leslie Henry Company manufactured gun, believed to be from the 50s or so. And this is one that I had found on the former dairy farm permission. So I partially serviced this, but it has a little ways to go because I'm not pleased with the final result completely, though I feel pretty good about it. But when I try to fire this gun, it fires, but it's a little bit not as smooth as I want it to be. So I'm going to show you what I recommend doing, and it's from conversations with my dad, John Long Silver. So I want to show you these 2 products. You can get these at your local Walmart or hardware store. But this first product is called Marvel Mystery Oil. And so it's used for automobile engines to get them running better, enhance the fuel, but got to be careful with it, harmful or fatal if swallowed. And it's not too expensive, probably about $5 or $6 for a bottle this size. So I got this recently, and then I also got this product, Blaster PB Penetrating Catalyst. Breaks free rusted or frozen parts, protects against further rust and corrosion, and so forth. So this too is dangerous or even fatal if swallowed. So you gotta definitely be careful with it. So what I'm gonna do is, using the Dr. Teal's handy bin that I used when I first worked on the gun, I'm gonna give it a bath of this overnight, this Marvel Mystery Oil. Then I'm gonna pull the gun out of the oil in the morning and get the oil off as best I can, but I feel like having a bath of oil is going to get it in there, the hard to reach places, whereas you may recall this had an ant colony in it at one point. So there might still be a tiny bit of residue from that ant nest that was in there. And I just want to lubricate it as best I can. So then I'm gonna, after I bathe it in this oil, drain off the excess oil and dry the oil that's on it, then I'm gonna treat just some of the parts by squirting some of this and some of the moving parts of it and see if that gets a better result. That'll help it to fire more smoothly and advance the caps. Okay, so we're taking the gun. Probably want the door to be open a little bit on the gun so oil can get in the inner workings. So we're getting it gun in the bin. Then we're gonna get this thing open. So, getting this, I got the cap off the oil, and I'm going to pour some in here. Let's see if I can pour it right down this barrel. Okay, so I poured some right down the barrel, but I didn't show you because I needed a hand free to hold the camera. As you can see, I've got oil inside the unit and on the back side of it, but it's not totally submerged yet. So I'm going to keep pouring some more oil in here. Okay, that's what I want to do. I want the cap gun to be totally submerged in this Marvel mystery oil for the next number of hours overnight. And then I'm going to bring that bad boy out in the morning, try it off, and then use the PV blaster. And then we're going to see if this thing will fire after 7 years. Hey everyone, so it's been about 24 hours. It's now Sunday afternoon. So now I'm just going to slip in a pencil to help pull it out. Drain out some of the excess oil. Then over here I have about 7 paper towels stacked up. So I'm going to set this used oil aside, and then I'm going to dry this up, get all the excess oil off of it as best I can. Okay, so I've been working all the surfaces of it with paper towels, wiping off excess oil, and then I'm also using Q-tips here, trying to get inside the hard to reach places and make sure there's just not a lot of excess oil or any kind of dirt. There's still some dirt in there, but just going to try to clean it up a little bit more and dry it up a little bit more. Using different sides of the Q-tip until it's all pulled apart, and then I'm going to try the PB penetrating catalyst next. So as I look at this PB blaster spray, I'm pretty cautious because they have all kinds of warnings on it. But way down here in the small print, it says caution, may affect some plastics. So as you can see up here, I think the one piece on this gun that may be plastic is right here. So I'm not going to spray there near the trigger piece and the spring here. I'm not going to spray there, but I am going to spray up here where this hammer is, where I've got it jammed open with a Q-tip. Also, I want to mention that this is a cool feature on the can. If you have it on the minus side, it comes out with a smaller stream, and then it increases the stream if you go over here to the plus side. So since I'm just doing this small piece here, I'm just going to start on the minus here. Well, I got some in there. Not quite. I was expecting it to spray out, but I've got some worked in there, and I'm going to let that sit for an hour or so, and then I'm going to try to test this thing. Okay everyone, so I've got the detective cap gun all ready to go here. I've serviced it about all I can. I've lubed it about all I can. If I did any more, I might risk breaking it, I'm afraid. Got to be careful with it. So last thing here is to get these caps loaded in here and then try to fire this bad boy. And I have another cap gun example here, the Dick Tracy cap gun from the Hubley company. I've got a few caps in it. As you can see, they feed up this way, so I'm going to try to feed them up the same way where they roll up. So I think I'm hitting my first roadblock here, because on the Dick Tracy cap gun, the caps load up in front of this rectangular piece here, as you can see. And then when you fire this bad boy, it helps advance it by being able to press it against that piece. Feeds it up there, in other words. But on this one, this piece, this spring or metal rectangular piece, looks like it's bent forward too far, and there's no gap up here in the front. So I'm trying to work this cap in the back side of it and see if I can still at least get it to fire. And I may work on it some more, but I'm just afraid of breaking it. So I probably won't do it for this video, but I may try to gently rebend this metal piece one day so I can feed it up the way I think it's supposed to go, and I think it'll work better. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment of truth, the moment we've all been waiting for. After 70 years, will the Leslie Henry detective model cap gun be able to fire again? So let's give it a whirl. So after 70 years, we're gonna try it. Here goes, everybody. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not working. It's not advancing it. So my next attempt, I've got these tweezers in here and I fed it up the way I think it's supposed to go, except these are rolled backwards up here. Normally they would be rolled on this piece here and rolled up this way. But because of this being in the ground so long, I'm gonna try to just jerry rig it for now and see if I can even just get it to fire even once. Here goes. I don't have fire. Darn. Hey everyone, J-Man is here from Metal Sharks, and today I have a theory about this cap gun. This bad boy, as you may recall, is a Leslie Henry detective model cap gun from the 1950s or maybe 60s. And I found it detecting at the old dairy farm, and when I found it, it even had an ant's nest in it, so it took a couple of episodes to clean this baby out and service it and get it to where I think I can make it fire again. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna try to do is, I realized that I can't get it to advance through here because I think maybe a part's missing and it's a little bit bent out of shape by the pressure of being buried for 70 or so years. But I do think I can get it to fire manually, and I'll tell you how. If I pull back this hammer with my fingernail and I get the cap lined up just right, it should be able to fire off one of these. So let's see if we can show you that. I'm also hoping I can show this to you on 2 camera angles, so I've got the GoPro set up on the side. Here's the caps. And I got these on Facebook Marketplace. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, instead of feeding them up through the cap gun the normal way, I'm gonna jimmy my fingernail in here, as you can see. I'm holding back the hammer. I've got that hammer held back. And then I'm gonna get this cap, see if I can show you one of these caps, and just line it up where I think the hammer will hit it hard so it'll fire. Okay, so can we get this to fire after 70 years of being buried? This is the moment of truth, the moment everybody's been waiting for. So let's see, I wanna make sure you can see it okay. So let's see if this does it. No luck there, let me try again. 1, 2, no luck there. Giving this a whirl, take 2. Hardest part is getting my fingernail in there. Okay, gonna try again. It worked. It startled me, but it worked. All right. Okay, so I pulled out the cap and you can see that that one was fired. So we did it. After 70 years, we got it to fire. And let's show you one more time. Let's see if we can fire it one more time. Cut this one off and try again. Better. Rip, fire in the hole. Yes, got it again. So now we've shown you twice. Okay, so next up I want to show you this. This is a Hubley Trooper cap gun. Really cool design. I don't know if this is an original or a replica, but I want to see if I can get this loaded and show you what it's like to fire one of these. So pulling the trigger back, and it pops up, as you can see, this little area for the caps. And looks like the caps go on here, but then I'm trying to figure out where they feed through. It looks like this roll is too fat, so let me modify it and then bring you back on. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut these caps so none of them have to be wasted. I can save the ones I cut off and use them still. So I've got the roll a little bit whittled down to a smaller size. these other ones, which I'll put back in a roll shape. Now, let me get this put on here. I think I need a 10-year-old to help me with this. Okay, so I have a little excess coming out and I popped it in there in the chamber. So let's give this a whirl, see what this is like. Ready? I like that, that's really cool. I recommend that to have a lot of fun. You can see it's been used a lot. It's got a lot of marks here. Been well played with.
It worked. It startled me, but it worked. All right.